Hi, this is Cindy from Bernina Sewing Center in Omaha, and I'm going to demo how to make some quarter square triangles. Now, they are very commonly used in a lot of quilt blocks like Ohio Star, but I have some cute tricks that you can use that make it a little easier and faster. First of all, I cut my pieces a little oversized from what I need. For instance, if you need a 4-inch finished, normally you would cut maybe a 4.5 or 4 1/4. I cut it even larger than that because I want to square it down later, and you'll see that happen. So I cut a dark and a light. I'm going to put them right sides together, and I'm going to draw a diagonal line. I'm going to put my ruler tip to tip exactly on the points. I'm going to do a quick swipe, and then it's easy to see. Well, not today. Let's do it again. There. Now you can see it's a diagonal line. I'm going to take a pause here, and I'm going to sew a 1/4 inch on both sides of that diagonal using my 1/4 inch foot on my machine. Hi, welcome back. Now, I've sewn on both sides of the diagonal line. I sewed it in pink thread so you can kind of see it. I hope that shows up. Now, I'm going to cut exactly on the pencil line again, tip to tip, and I'm going to slice it. Now, I'm going to go to the ironing board, and I'm going to press it to the dark, both of them. It comes out with 2 half square triangles, but I'm going to press it to the dark. So come back and I'll show you what happens. So welcome back. I've pressed these. I've pressed to the dark. Now I'm going to tell you a tip. When I press, I only press from the front of the fabric, and I use the side of the iron. I never press from the back because this will give you a nice crisp edge, and that's what you want, crisp. So I'm going to take these 2 and I'm going to put them right sides together. But I'm going to have them touch the seam allowance so that the dark's on opposite sides. And I'm going to use my finger to kind of feel it. Now you can take a couple of pins if you want to. I usually can hold it, but if you do a bigger one for setting or something, maybe you want to pin it. But otherwise, this is what I do. I turn it again, and I'm going to put my ruler again, tip to tip, and mark also another line. Now I'm going to sew on both sides of the diagonal line again, so we're going to take another little break. Okay, we're back, and I've sewn a 1/4 inch on both sides of that line again. Remember, this goes across it. Here's another tip. When my needle goes in, I make sure the first one is facing it, the first seam, so it won't flip or move and it shifts. It'll tighten together if you have the first one going into the needle first, and then you can just whip around and sew on the other side, and they won't move. It makes it perfect. You can kind of see the preview. This is what we're making. So I'm going to cut again on that diagonal line to separate them. And I've got 2 1/4 square triangle squares. So 2 squares made 2 1/4 square triangles. Does that make sense? All right, now I'm going to go to the iron, and I'm going to press these again, and then I'll show you how to trim them. Okay, we're back. Now we're going to square these up, and I have to put my glasses on. So I'm going to use a Tucker trimmer, but I'm going to show you with a regular ruler. If I want to square these down to 4 1/2, I would find half of 4 1/2, which is 2 1/4, and I would put it in the center and make sure my diagonal lines are lined up. But I love the Tucker trimmer because it tells you all those things without thinking. So here is 4 1/2. Actually, this side. So I would line up the center, line up the diagonal lines on top of it in both directions, and then I would cut around it. And I cut 2 sides at a time. So I'd cut here and turn it and cut across here. And then I turn this around all the way. It was here, now this corner is down here, and I line up the edge and the X's again, and it tells you exactly where to line it up, which makes it so easy. And then you have a perfect, accurate, sharp 1/4 square triangle. Thank you for watching.